Now what we're going to work on is making it so that when I click a filled cell in the editor, the platform disappears. Because we can start editing. It's like I can go to play, introduction. We can edit this. I can add. I can do something like this. And we can go around, we can do this, and there's our editor. But if I go back in the edit mode, I can't like take you away. I can just like keep on re-adding you, but it just replaces this. So what I need to know is like whether or not we need to remove a cell, like remove this this cell. Well, we have access to the level, which means we have access to the map. So when we click, we could find out if there is a grid coordinate there. That's probably what we can do. Find out if there's a grid coordinate there. But well, we already get the grid coordinate. So what is this? This is going to be the editing level system. We get this grid coordinate here. Now this edit entity is for adding. What I can do though is find out if there's one that exists already. And if there is, then we're going to delete. So let's, I think what we can do, is there like an is exists? What can I do? Level.map. It's not is empty. I think like entry, I get a key and I get an entry back. No, that's not what I want. I guess just get. So if I can get, and then, oh, I'm gonna get an option. Oh, Purple G, what happened? Oh, you put a dot in between there. Oh, okay. You said what type is level.map? I am so sorry about that. I don't know how to stop, because like there's probably is a URL for those type of things, and I don't want to like actually have those go. What type is level.map? Oh, map is a hash map. So if you're, I think Purple G, you are familiar with Rust, right? If you're not familiar with Rust, hash map is like maybe an object in JavaScript, or a dictionary in Python, or I guess it would be all dictionary in C# too. Yeah, so anyways, it's one of those things. So I have a hash map there. You just conquered the borrow checker and you're moving on to bigger things. Awesome. That is the best feeling, when you're like no longer feeling have like an animosity, a negative relationship with the borrow checker, and you start like relying on it for like good things. Then oh yeah, sky's the limit now. So if I get you, and this is going to be a grid coordinate, so it's going to be a reference to a grid coordinate. Okay, so if you're none, so if that is none, then what we're going to be doing is we're going to send an event to delete. So this will be not insert into the level. So this will be that else if it exists, entity equals this, and we're going to send this event up. Otherwise, we don't even have to tell what the platform is. We're gonna be we have to create a new event. So new event, this is gonna be removed from level. And this is going to be the grid coordinate, and I don't have to tell anything else, just the grid coordinate. I guess with all these things, to make it easier to add them without having to change you, command, all of you are just going to become underscores with no ops. There also is the if let none, but okay, if I were to do the if let none here, let me actually show you what would happen here. So I do if let none equals this, perfectly valid use case here, but Clippy says, hey, use is none. So Clippy is actually the one that's unhappy with that. So that's why I use is none here. I know, it's fascinating. It actually got me starting to use is none a lot more, and I like it now. I do like it. Okay, so if your is none, let our event, actually, I guess I could just do this here. We can do a self dot event sender dot send event remove from level and the grid coordinate, and that's it. So this should be pretty simple to remove this from the level. Then I want to head back into the level manager mod. We have this update. Let's not forget we have to update our subscribe. So here's you. I want to also subscribe to event, remove from level. You know what I'm gonna do? Grid coordinate. You're gonna be able to derive a default. It's gonna make it easier. So I can now, like, this thing can become a default. Remove from level, and there's gonna be a coordinate default to string. I guess you could also flip the if statement around to do if sum, but it works well all the same. Yeah, that would also work too. Okay, so we're subscribing to both these events. So now an update, if let okay. So now I probably don't want this to be like if let okay anymore, just for this specific one. Now we're gonna want probably to match on these. So let's match. Let's match on self dot event receiver trirec v. We're gonna get okay. Events. Insert into level, where we have the grid coordinate. We have this. And when that happens, we actually want to do this thing here. There you go. Otherwise, if it's an okay, an event, not change menu item, event, remove from level, we're gonna get a grid coordinate. So if I want to remove something from this level, it's gonna be first get the level, Oh, okay, we need the level name. We need the level name. So events, string for the level name. This is going to be the level name in here. It's fine. And then in here, grid, and then level name. Up here, we have our level name, which is going to be that string. You can just do a string new. That also works. Then, okay, so let level equals self.levels dot get mute. This is going to be a reference to the level name and wrap. We have the level now, so we'll do level.map.remove. And the key is going to be referenced to the grid coordinate. Yeah, you return an option with the value in case, okay. And then if it's anything else, I want to do nothing at all. So now let's see if this works. You can edit, you can add. Well, it doesn't do anything. Is it actually just not drawing? Oh, didn't want to do that. Okay, edit. So let's go play. No, okay, so it actually didn't do anything. Not too terribly surprising. So what happened here? So where's these okay, sending mouse input header. I want to take away some of these debugs. That's both of them. Okay, so that's good to know there. So if there, wait a second. I did it literally the opposite of what I want to do. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Okay. If there is nothing at that grid coordinate, remove it. If there is nothing at that grid coordinate, I kind of want to insert it. Otherwise, remove it. Just a thought. Just a thought. Okay, so now I can add you. Oh, that's fun. What is... That feels to me like it's constantly being added and removed all together. What's happening there? Okay. Oh, it's still in this position. If I like hit it the exact right. Okay. So it's both there and not there. It's being constantly removed and added in. So when I rec v to to add something, we find out, okay, there is nothing there. Schrodinger's block. Okay, yeah, there is nothing there. So I want to add you. So I send the event to insert into the level. Now, in the level manager, we receive the insert into level. We get the level and we insert you. Am I somehow double clicking it so that it's sending a remove like all together at the same time? Let me make sure this is not like happening at the same time. So like edit, removing, debug, inserting. Okay. Look at that. Removing and inserting, removing and inserting, removing and inserting. It is... So I'm receiving these events. Events are removed from the queue, like removed from the channel as soon as they're read. So is this like, am I somehow forever sending? I must be. So here in run, we get the grid. Oh, because we're sending, like we're storing the mouse position. So it's constantly saying, you have something there, get rid of it. You have something there, you get rid of it. So at the end of this stuff, I need to empty out and clear my internal state. Hirose raiding with a party of 28. Welcome, 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 Hirose and raiders. Let's play. Let's see, we just played the Get the Streamer game last. So I think that means it's time to play Asteroids. Asteroids it is. Hirose, how was your stream? What were you working on today?
Reinforcements have arrived. Reinforcements have arrived. Reinforcements have arrived.
KO2 fan, hello.
Firing randomly. What could go wrong?
Did Hirose have to run? That's often what happens.
Firing randomly. What could go wrong? Target the nearest asteroid. Reinforcements have arrived. Target the nearest asteroid.
Ooh, that was close. That was even closer. Close indeed, yes. Oh, okay. I can't turn fast enough to like catch these before it kills me. Oh man, only level 5, even with my help? Man. You guys are better than this than I am. Okay, we got to level 6 at least. All right. So we know what's happening now. We have internal state. So everybody who came in with the raid, welcome, welcome. So today we're working on a platformer with level editor. I have the platformer kind of working with some, minor bugs that cause weirdness and just make it not playable. but it's also kind of is playable. And then we have the level editor part. But right now, whenever I mark something to like add a platform to the level editor, it just starts going back and forth and like sending events to like remove it constantly. And that's because we're storing the mouse position in here constantly. So what I think we would need to do is remove the mouse position as soon as we're done with this. So at the end of here, do self.mouse position equals none. Just once we send this event out, then time for us to reset that. We're still in level name. That gets reset through another event. So I think this will do that. This will do it. So you can go to play mode. You can switch to edit mode. So here's everything. If I now, there he goes. I can now add these in. I can now remove floor pieces. And we can go up to the top like this. So if we switch to play this, here we go. I'm pretending that I can't stand on this. If I like jump through it, I die. But yeah. Now I find it's interesting. The audio doesn't play. Let's see, I can't do anything. It eventually started playing and then crashed. Could not find the end in the world. The end is still there, so something's going on. That was in one loader. Cannot find the end in the world. In the one loader, if let some, and oh, because I have to like, do I have to jump into it or run into it? That's weird. So I have weirdness with that too. Query end, yeah, just like there's a query for the end. We passed the world. I should be able to find it in the actual world. I wonder if like coming back from, no, because that should load up the world too. So as long as I didn't like accidentally delete the end, then we should be fine. Yeah, that's weird. Sort of some bugs to work out, but the basic part of it where we have this, we can remove a platform now from this is working. So I would consider that this issue is done. So I'm going to go ahead and close it. And no warnings, no errors, always the best. Okay, so what do we have now? We have the, let's see, we can remove platforms from the level using the level editor. Let's say I want to play the level and then, okay. So this part is correct. Now can play and complete the level is a question here. Like there's something weird going on. Let's make it so that we can actually play and complete the level. Level mod. Right now we add the end at like 25.3. And it's 50. So let's add in, we have to go to okay, we're starting at trying to like 2. So let's add I don't know, like 4, and y would be 9, 8. So it should be all the way down at the bottom here, right next to us. There's our end. This doesn't seem to cause an error. Now it displays the UN, so it adds that in. But it didn't play the sound. Oh, now I can't. Now I can't play at all because we're in that like dead state. Oh, that's fun. Why didn't the sound play? The sound seems to be like a little bit weird right now. Is it audio? Our audio manager. If we want to play. Let's try play later. Maybe we have to do play later for all of these. If I go too fast, it gets delayed. So I do want these to play. I want it to play now, but I think play later will like not be interrupted properly. Maybe that will be better. There we go. There's that beautiful audio that we chose yesterday. Ignore my buddy sliding backwards. That's a feature. Okay, so now if I try to go back into edit mode, okay, so if I go into edit mode, it cannot find end in the world when I try to hit E for edit. So that was at one loader. So in our loader manager, we run, so one loader, because that was our, let's see. Our navigation. We get a new navigate target, right? And then we clear the world, but debug, what is our target? Don't take ownership of it. Okay, so play. Here we're in level select. Okay, we're in play introduction. Okay, so nothing else has changed. And if I hit start, we go to level select. Okay, so this is all fine. We're in introduction. If I hit E. Oh, edit level. Wait, this works. Introduction. Is it just playing that sound over and over again? I think it is. I think it's just on loop now. I even have it set repeat to false. Like, come on. Repeat's even set to false. Okay. Then let's see. So we went successfully to edit level, but like maybe there was another problem here. Go play, introduction, let's win. Okay, that works this time. So yeah, I'm not. Why did it not work? It failed for a while. It failed in. Oh, audio processing panicked at next frame is empty. Oh, so maybe there's a problem with my audio. But now I'm having trouble recreating the bug, which is a little bit odd, not that great. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out what to do. We have half an hour left until 12 o'clock. What can I do in half an hour? Let's see. If we open up our game, well, first of all, this audio is like, it gets annoying if it repeats. Like, I really don't want it to repeat. Camera shake. No, that's actually interesting. I don't know how to camera shake. I mean, I could probably like vibrate the entire thing, but I don't know how to like do that. That won't like, I don't know, make anybody sick. I probably could do camera shake, but let's not worry about that. Perlin noise. I mean, I know a good Perlin noise library, so I could do it, but still don't know if I want to. Now we have this audio play later. I guess this is repeating regardless. What are my other choices? We have play detach, play later, play in. It's like play sometimes works. Let's try this again and see if it works now. Now I'm able to come back in here, edit the level. Oh, right, but I can't move left and right anymore. Because we are now in a we've won state. So when we won, I think our camera update. Oh, footstep sounds? Yeah, like all of that would be really good to have. We have some like basic other bugs that sort of like exist in here. So here's a good bug. Not so good bug. So if I let's go backwards here. So if I take out that floor, back into play, if I just move to the left, I float. But if I jump into it, I die. Like, it goes forever. Also, there's no death. So there's that too. The camera also follows Bunny, which is not necessarily good, but Once again, the point of this project is really for like the level editor part, so I'm not going to worry too much about the not being able to die. So I need to figure out some way that I can make it where when I move to the left and right, I suddenly am finding. But footstep sounds get annoying. Footstep sounds, I don't think would get annoying if I have the animation working. Right now, there's no animations. Because like a lot of games has foot sounds. But what we've learned is like GGEZ, we're sort of like running into the edge of what we can do with that. There we go, we can die there. So collide with platform. Let's see. If we're not falling, we return okay. So we only do collide with platform if we're falling. I think that we have to not do this. We have to just always collide with the platform, regardless. Is that as simple? Oh, all falling forever. I forgot that this is a vertical level. Let's try that. This is perfect for this. So we'll create some level entities here. Like that. I don't start falling again, but now I can't run into here anymore. So that solves one of our problems. Also, he's too big to fit in between the squares. There's a little bit of collision because he's bigger than like one square. So that's cool. All right, so that's one of the problems. Turn it into a feature. That could be an interesting puzzle mechanic. That like you can go forever as long as you don't jump, and then require you to jump. That could be interesting. I think, what was it yesterday we were talking about? Hey, every bug is actually just a lore plot. Like we're gonna put it into lore and plot. This is colliding. Oh, do we not have a system for us to start falling again? Like apply gravity. We're only applying gravity to us if we're falling. So we need to somehow update if we're falling or not. Would this be collide with platform? Self is colliding. Okay, if we're not colliding with anything, that means we're falling, doesn't it? I think that if we're not colliding with anything, we're falling. System manager, you like that? Ah, it's fun. Okay, so I can't move anywhere to the left. Oh, I can't move outside of this square. Oh. That's not. Huh. That's weird. Is this happening? Debug. Falling now? perhaps too many falling nows. Okay. This runs a lot. Almost like I want to collide with nothing. Like if there's nothing below me. And if I'm, okay, so if I'm in standing and there's nothing below me, then start to turn into falling. Should this be a new system that we run? Maybe like update player state. Update player. I guess it would be update state. System. I don't think I need anything in here. So we're gonna have an impl state system function run and bring in the world. Okay, so when we run, we need to find the player. So we need to get the player. We need to get everything with a state, really. So I guess we want to do a new query for like everything, a game entity with a state. In helpers, we have query platform, query player. Right now it's query player, so we'll just do that. So let player equals if let some player equals query player. Pass in the world. Otherwise, return early. Okay, so we get our player game entity out. I guess we also need all of the Bruce. Hello, good morning. Almost afternoon. For me, at least. Let's see. So we also need all the platforms. But platforms. Query platforms. Pass in the world. Okay. Turn the platforms. You turn a result with game. Oh, this is different. This is query platforms right here. Platforms, pass in the world, like that. Okay, so now we have a vector of platforms. I guess it could be an empty. So if there are no platforms, we're good. But like, if there's a player, we should have platforms. That's actually not true. There is that one level that has absolutely nothing in it. I'm doing good so far. Getting a little bit tired. We're getting close to the end of the stream. I've been streaming for almost 5 hours now. It's like these super long streams are new for me. I'm not used to doing them this long. I would love to keep on doing like long streams though, if I could. I get so much more done when I do that too. Okay, so we have a player, we have our platforms. We need, so in this case, the state we need to update is if we're moving down, then we're going to update to falling. And the easiest way to determine is if there's a platform below us. Oh, don't worry. I usually end at 12 for these this week, and this is the last week. This is the last day of like the super long streams. My Sunday stream is not as long as this one. And then next week it'll be back to my normal like hour and a half streams in the mornings. So let's see. I need to check to see if there's a platform below me. And if there is, then we don't have to update the state. So would this actually be collision detection? Where like, if there's nothing below me, like collide with nothing? So collide with platform here. If colliding, now is colliding here just does this ABB bounding box. But if I'm not colliding with anything, then falling would be what I want to do, right? And I want to reset that. So I guess I don't understand how this else didn't work. So if colliding returns a Boolean. Okay. Unless I don't put myself far back enough. Like if I go minus, let's just try this again. So like it was above it, so I go -1. So yeah, let's see how this looks. I can move left and right like that. Okay. Then, if this is an else, that means I'm not colliding with something. So, if my state here is falling, so if I'm colliding, set my state to standing. Else, let's try just player.set state, entity state's falling. But now I'm like hovering by 1 pixel. Aha, okay, so that works. So I'm sort of like still colliding onto the edges of them, like go off of it, like I fall a little bit, and it's a weird. So I might be able to do something like 0.5 of a pixel. Then it actually look like I'm stepping into it. There we go. Okay. So if we start you over again, now if we do something like this, can't jump anymore. So there's that. But at least I can fall and win the game. Okay, so why can't I jump? Because if I'm falling and if I go to 0.5, I'm above it technically, that I'm no longer standing. That's my problem. So if I do this though, then there's probably some kind of like rounding errors with floats that I'm not fully above it, which is why I can't move farther than one block. So my player height divided by 2 is clearly like close, but not helpful. I wonder if I need to do like a give myself a little bit of tiny margin for like standing on a platform. I don't know, like I don't know what the right solution for this is here. Like I can now transition to falling. This works, but it works too well. I transition to falling even when I shouldn't, because it resets me to my position. It resets my X and my Ys, probably. I'm kind of surprised this doesn't yell at us about like replacing this with just returning this thing altogether. Because I could just do this and just return this. It's the same. But that's not gonna like change the output from this. Still can't move past here. Because now I'm in state falling and constantly colliding, I'm guessing. Or is it collide with platform? I think I'm constantly falling and then having to reset my state to entity standing. But now I'm above it. So I guess I am curious. How often does this happen? So debug. now standing. Okay, so now standing. Can't jump. Okay. It doesn't, okay, it never transitions to falling. We're just always in a standing. Our set state is actually updating our state in here for what the new state is. So that's not super helpful. Huh. I don't know what I would need to do to reset that. I need to I think I need to trace exactly what's happening when and maybe slow it down, like slow the game down by a lot, which we can do. And then sort of like see when we land and I try to move left or right, what's happening. Because when I move left, we're going to collide with platform. So I guess was player right? I think this is the one I would be doing, right? So debug colliding left. This is debug colliding right. Oh, I'm gonna remove that now standing. That's too much. Yeah, colliding left, colliding right. So we're colliding to left and right here. So colliding left and right. Do I want to fudge these numbers? Do I want to say something like +1 pixels? Purple G, haven't heading out. Awesome. Thank you much. I'm going to be heading out in a second too. If I do player top, no, player bottom. If I do this like plus half a pixel, does that solve everything? No, it does not. Do I have to go more than 1 pixel? So like my bottom is more than 1 pixel down. Same problem. So that's the collision detection of that. So oh, it'd be plus. No, would it be plus? There, bottom. I want it to be farther down. You can do minus. See what happens. Oh, now I just fall through the floor. So that's lovely. Okay, so I think I wanted to be able to like shift myself up a little bit and like give myself a little bit more of a like a hovering effect. But I'm colliding when I don't want to. And that seems to be a problem. Now, the downward seems to be fine. I can move on my way down, right? I can, but as soon as I land, I'm stuck on whatever block I land on. So if our player left is less than platform right, or right is greater than platform left. This all seems to be fine. I might need to like fudge some of these left to right numbers maybe a little bit. Maybe we're like minus 1.0. Plus 1.0. It's weird though that like it's checking above me and it's not checking like below and down. So if we're colliding, am I setting like a Y by accident? So velocity we're freezing and position.x. Position.x and velocity.x. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, now it's trying to like set me back and won't let me go forward. So I think my colliding algorithm is just slightly overzealous. So this is checking. I wonder if I have to do it like the other, like a different direction first. If the Y, so I do have to do the first one Y. So if player bottom is greater than platform top and player top is less than platform bottom, and then player left is less than platform right, player right is greater than platform left. What does the order matter? No, okay, so I collided right, but I moved through it and hit the hit that. Interesting. And I can't jump anymore. That's the other thing that's interesting. Right, I can't jump because I'm in the wrong state. So I think I have to rethink my state system. And like how to implement that. But we're gonna have to figure that out next time. Because it is a little bit after 12. I am really hungry, so I'm gonna go grab some lunch. Interesting is programmer speak for what the yeah, it pretty much is. That's usually what it is. It's like fascinating. How could it do this thing that like I totally told it what to do, but don't know that I told it what to do? Now I have to figure out what I'm telling it what to do. So we are, let's see. Cannot move past a block. Lighting left and right. All right, well, there's a bunch of these that are now being pushed up. So I am going to go ahead and see, and whatever the YouTube video is here.